Hey, this is Derek Franklin, and welcome to this quick start video on how to use the Action Machine. I'm going to show you the basic premise behind the Action Machine, what it does, how it works, and how you can benefit from it. Okay? So, to begin with, the basic premise behind the Action Machine is to help you get more done. And the way that it does that is that it takes all the tasks and actions that you do throughout the day, whether that involves organizing, cleaning, marketing, project developing, writing, whatever it may be. It takes all those actions and allows you to create mini goals out of those actions. And it does this very simply, and it does it in a visual way. And this whole system helps you to see your day in a new way. And like I said, the idea, the concept of mini goals for the things that you need to do each and every day will help motivate you to get them done. And let me just show you the basics of how this works. And I'll start by showing you some of the built-in tasks that come with the Action Machine. You can see that, and these are default tasks. You can change these, you can add your own, and this is called an action list. And within the Action Machine, you can actually create up to 50 custom action lists. So you can have an action list for travel, another one for business, another one for a certain type of project like building a website, another one for writing a sales letter, whatever it may be. You can have up to 50 different action lists. Now, the way that you use those actions on those action lists, as I mentioned earlier, is to create timers from them. And you can see that as you place your mouse over each action on the list, that above the action list, up in this area, that you get some notes. Actions can have notes attached to them, and I'll show you that in just a little bit, but you can see a preview of those notes as you move your mouse over each action item. So let's say today you want to do some marketing, you want to write, you want to follow up with your customers, and maybe you want to organize your office. So the way that you do that is, let's start with you want to follow up with your customers, and you place your mouse over that and you get this time bar here. And to create a timer, you simply choose the amount of time that you want to devote to this action. And let's say you want to spend 30 minutes following up with your customers. So I click the 30-minute button right there, and you can see that a timer was instantly created. And before I do anything with that timer, let me create another one in this box here. I wanted to write. I want to spend 90 minutes on writing, so I'll click that. You can see a new timer was created. I want to do some marketing. I want to spend a couple of hours on marketing today. And each time I add a timer, you can see that this total time bar here updates, and you can see that I already have 5 hours of my day set aside for these activities, and I have a bar here that indicates the time visually. So there's a total of 16 hours that can be displayed in this bar here, with a little hash mark right there in the middle to indicate 8 hours. So I'm up to 5 hours right now with these three timers, and I want to also organize my office. That'll probably take me about 45 minutes, so I'll add that. So now I have up to 5 hours and 45 minutes worth of activities. And let's say I want to read news and blogs and check my email and things like that, and I want to spend 15 minutes on that. So now, out of this action list here, I've created 5 timers. And the way that this works is, when I am ready to start one of these actions, such as follow up with my customers, you can see that I've set 30 minutes aside for following up with my customers. I click the play button here, and the timer starts counting down. Now the idea is for the next 30 minutes for me to do nothing but focus on following up with my clients and my customers. That's it. Okay, and with this timer, with these timers, I have a visual idea of everything that I need to get done today, and the timer adds a sense of urgency. It creates a deadline in my brain, and your brain loves goals, and it works with deadlines. It's motivated by deadlines, and that's what these timers are. As I mentioned earlier, they're like mini goals. that you accomplish throughout the day. And so I now have 30 minutes to work on following up with my clients and customers. And when I'm done, this timer will complete, and a timer will ring. You can choose your timer over here with timer options. You have a choice of up to 9 different options, but the timer will ring, letting me know that my 30 minutes is up and I'm ready to move on to the next task for the day, which is to write. Now, what happens when a timer is completed, and I'll go ahead and just complete this timer here. You can see that over here it shows on the Action Machine interface that one action has been completed. Okay, and I can get a report on this, but I won't do that for right now. I'll come back to that in just a second. But in any case, it shows I now have completed this task. I visually can see that. I see a check mark. Now I'm ready to move on to writing for my business. So I start that timer and I work for the next hour and a half on nothing but writing in my business. And if I need to, if I need to stop, I can always pause the timer and begin playing it again, or I can even adjust the time dynamically by saying, okay, you know what, actually I only want to spend an hour on this, so I'll click the hour button and it will update the timer automatically. And once I'm done with that, the timer will go off, it'll show complete, and then I'll move on to the next task, start it, and now I have 3 hours to devote to marketing. Now, one thing else I wanted to show here is that as you move your mouse over these different items on the timer, you can see that the notes will appear over here, and if you click on one, you get the full notes. So I'll close that. If you click one of these white boxes under the timer, you'll get the full notes related to that particular action. And you can create your own actions here and add notes to them, and those will be added to the list. And these are saved whenever you close the program down or whatever, and this helps you to keep your day and the actions and all the things that you do organized, and so you can plan out your day. One last thing I wanted to show you, or maybe two things, I want to keep this video within a certain amount of time, is that you can generate reports. So let me complete some of these timers and show you a report. So you can see here that I have now completed 4 actions, and this is demonstrated, or this is illustrated on the interface, and I can get a report of those actions by clicking the report button. And this shows you a report of all the actions I've done based on date. First of all, this is the date section, and then I get a report based on all actions. So I could use the Action Machine for a week or so and do dozens of different actions and then get a complete report of where my time is going, how it's being spent, how much time I schedule for certain activities, and then how much time it actually takes, or whatever. And you can customize a report by deleting any of these actions anytime you want, and the report will automatically update. You can also copy the report, save it, print it, and so forth. So let me go ahead and close that. You also let me show you a couple other things real quickly. You can also import action lists. So if somebody else creates an action list, you can import theirs. I give instructions on how to create these. Or you can export the current action list and send it to somebody. And another thing you can do is you can customize the look of the Action Machine by clicking this button right here. And it's a little bit slow. I think the screen capture program I'm using is causing this to slow down a little bit, because normally it's really snappy, and you'll see this. But you can choose the background that you want. You can select your own background on your own computer, or you can enter the URL to an image online and use that as the background for the Action Machine. So that's the basics of using the Action Machine. It really is powerful when you use it. And I hope that this video has been very informative to you, and that I hope that you are able to get out there and take some action using the Action Machine. Thanks for watching.